What's going on, guys? My name is Roscoe. Thank you again for tuning into my channel. So in today's video, I want to bring you some updated Yeezy news. I'm going to cover some sneakers as far as 350s, 500s, 700s, and we got a glimpse of some Yeezy basketball sneakers too as well. I'm going to cover it all, and also some clothing, some Yeezy clothing news too I have. So without further, let's just dive into it. So let's go. Now, before I start diving into some of the news that I have, you know, the 700s dropped last weekend, and the 350 V2 creams dropped. Actually, it was like a Thursday, Friday, it was Saturday. It was a huge event, and I want to find out from you guys if you were able to cop. Me personally, I think if you wanted a pair, you should have been able to get them, especially the V2 creams. I ended up doubling up on the 700s, but I passed on the V2 creams because there's actually some other 350s that I'm really excited for that I'm kind of going to save up and go for those instead. But I know a lot of subscribers already hit me up, you know, on my IG, telling me that that was their first, you know, Yeezy that they were able to get, and I'm excited for you guys. I'm telling you, it's a great silhouette. You guys are going to enjoy that shoe a lot. Me personally, I love the V2s, and you know, it's actually Kim Kardashian's favorite silhouette. So I know a lot of people are already like, oh, let's kill the V2s, get rid of them. But it's her favorite shoe, and I think that, you know, since it's her company, well, half of it is her company, they're always going to be around. They will always be around. So let's get that. Let me know down in the comments if you copped or not. Now let's go into Yeezy clothing news. Now, right now it's been kind of dead as far as Yeezy Season 7 clothing line is concerned. I expect that to come next month. But I also expect that these track pants are coming next month in October. Now, these are the Yeezy, you know, Calabasas track pants. They drop them every year. I actually picked up a pair last year, which I have right now. The maroon pair. These are super comfortable. I love them a lot. They're just dope. They came in maroon and black last year, remember? Well, this year they're coming in a core gray. I think that, well, it's a core they're calling it. It's like a maroonish dark red with gray. It's like an all gray pair with maroon highlights, and then you have like a maroon color pants with some gray highlights. I think these are dope. I think these are fire. I'm definitely leaning towards the gray since I already have something similar to it, like the all red kind of style. So I really like those. Those are always dope. I think they're gonna retail for like $150-ish, right around that price range. I think that's what these ones retailed. I expect it to be the same. They were technically supposed to drop these blue and yellow ones, blue and goldish, but I think those got scrapped for these new colors. It kind of fits into his earth tone palette, you know, as far as like the 500s and all these new colorways of the shoes. So I expect these to drop next month. So be on the lookout. And then the Yeezy Season 7 clothing, it's going to be coming following. I already saw some accessories starting to drop. I mean, they're already dropping Yeezy sunglasses, and I expect the slides to start restocking, and also some of the bags. So look out for those. Now let's just start diving into the kicks. Now let's just start off with the 500s. It's probably like the least amount of news that I have. I think it's actually a dope shoe to begin with. I currently have every colorway in that sneaker. It is such an underrated sneaker by far. It's probably the most underrated sneaker to drop this year. But looks like we're only going to get one more colorway of this shoe, the 500 Salt. It's coming in November. Now, this colorway is very similar to the Moon Rocks. Everybody remembers the Moon Rocks, the 350s, the originals. It's very similar to this colorway. I think this is dope. I think it's fire. I think it's a must cop. I actually like this colorway really a lot. I know a lot of people are on the fence of it because it's kind of similar to Blush, I think. But I think once people start seeing it in hand and looking at it and seeing more photos that get released on IG, they'll notice that it's a little bit of it's different. It's not Blush. Blush is more tan on the tan side, and then obviously this Salt pair is on more the grayish white side of this shoe. Now, there was supposed to be a plum colorway, but that got scrapped. As far as I know, there has been no news on that front, and that's not a good sign. That means that it's been done, it's been scrapped. So it looks like just the 500s for 2018, and I expect probably more colorways to come in 2019. So be on the lookout November for these 500 Salts. I think it's dope. Now the 350 V2s, they've been moving around like crazy this year. And it's kind of hard to pinpoint some of this down, and expect once I post this video, dates will change. So, you know, take this with a grain of salt. But the 350 V2s, the creams dropped this weekend, and now there's nothing expected to release next month in October. Initially, we were told, you know, the Zebras and the Yeebras were going to restock, and also the Sesames are going to drop. Well, it looks like all three of those pairs are pushed back to December. except the sesames are November. So the Yebras and the Zebras are actually going to drop, will restock in December. Now I have some estimated, units as far as like stock levels concerned. It looks like 140,000 units for the Zebras, and the Yebras are right around 70,000. Now, if you want sort of like, a similarities or, what does this compare to? This is sort of like the blue tint release. Blue tints were right around 150,000, and the Belugas 2.0s were right around 100,000 to 70,000. So it's not a huge restock, and I expect if you have these, the resale will still be there on these V2s. Now, the sesames, we were supposed to get them in October. Well, they're pushed back to November. I believe the date right now is November 10th. I expect these to be a very, a wide release. I don't expect these to be a hard, cop at all. I think if you want them, you'll be able to get them. Me personally, I think these are dope. I actually like this colorway on the silhouette. It looks clean. It looks like a perfect fall sneaker for me. However, I'm not a huge fan of the whole colorway, all of one. I like that Supply 350, how it's like written on the shoe, like the blue tints, the Zebras and the Yebras, how it's red. I kind of like that style. It kind of breaks it up, but it looks like this is just one flush colorway, kind of like the Butters and the Creams. So that's dropping in November. Now, the biggest surprise for me that I've kind of found out through, Yeezy Mafia is that we're getting the Butters to restock. The silhouette that kind of nobody's been asking for is going to restock. And I expect maybe that going to be restocking in October possibly, since there's nothing dropping right now in October. So I expect maybe that's a possibility. And I don't know why these are restocking. It's not a silhouette that everyone's been asking for, and it's a silhouette that if you wanted on release day, you should have been able to cop. But these are restocking. Me personally, I have a pair. I like them. There's nothing wrong with them. But I don't think, out of all the 350s you could restock, you're going to restock the Butters. Please, someone tell Kanye to restock the breads, man. These need to restock. Definitely. These are probably one of the best 350 V2 colorways by far. I think these are sick. Someone tell them. These definitely need to restock. Now, we got some news this week too, as far as 2 new silhouettes. Now, these weren't supposed to be 2. We only thought they were 1, but it's 2. So we're getting the static 350 V2s dropping in December. Everything apparently right now is scheduled in December, which I don't think that's right. There's just so many sneakers in that time frame. It's not. I don't expect this to happen. But it's coming in 2 silhouettes, sort of say. You're going to get one that's not 3M at all, and then you're getting one with a prime knit 3M with laces 3M. Now, why are they doing this, you might be asking? Me, personally, I think probably the prices are going to be different. I think he's been talking about dropping 350 V2s at a cheaper price so more kids and more people can afford them. So maybe look out for the one that doesn't have 3M to be cheaper, and the one with 3M is going to be a little bit more. I expect that probably be around like 250, or at least if they keep it at 220, the one without 3M is going to be probably lower than 220, which is the normal 350 V2 price. Now, if they're both the same price, this makes absolutely no sense unless one's going to be higher stock and the other one's not. And maybe like the production-wise are concerned. Maybe they only can produce so much in this certain time frame. But I don't know. Like, this is kind of fishy on it. But I like how they're doing it. 2 different silhouettes, 2 different styles. Me personally, dude, the 3M, you have to, right? It's a no-brainer. You want the 3M on it. Especially that prime knit, how it's all over the place and it's going in all different directions. Such a sick V2. It's probably one of the best V2s to drop this year by far. Now, they actually had some pictures leaked right here of on foot. I didn't think that they were this translucent. I did not. And it looks like they're, with these yellow socks, these are fire, man. These are absolutely so sick with that, how it's like super translucent. I think it's dope. This is what I've been asking for, and I think a lot of you guys as well. Something different, something unique. I know that we've been asking for like a V3 version. This is probably as close as we've gotten to a V3 version of the V2s. So this is a cop. I know a lot of people are already excited for it because I posted it in my stories, and everyone's DM like, those are cop, must cop, must cop. So these are coming in December, and that's it usually. That's right now, that's all I expect for V2s for this year. But like I said, dates can change, and tomorrow something else could pop up. So this is what I have for the 350 V2s. Now let's talk about the 700s. It's such a popular silhouette now, and I'm glad that everyone's starting to enjoy them and jump on the bandwagon, because I've been saying since day one that this is such a dope sneaker. Now we're getting the Moi colorway, I believe that's how you say it. It's coming in November. Now, Moi is a purplish brown color, which looks like right here on the shoe. And it's like the upper is dark, like a darkish graphite gray or black, with a mixture of like the kiwi hints on the bottom of the sole. It's such a dope colorway, and it's perfect actually for fall into winter. It's a sick shoe. I think this is fire. Now, like I said, Ian Connor has been flexing hard on it. He's been posting all over his stories and on his IG too as well. This is a dope silhouette. It's such a dope colorway too for it. I mean, this could be possibly sneaker of the year. It could be, at least for me. At least for me. I know a lot of people are already like on the fence of it because of the colorway, but I think it's different, it's unique, and it stays on that earth tone palette, like I said, that he's been doing. Now, a lot of people too, like, it should look better with kiwi laces, since like the regular 700s have that neon lace, but I like how it's more darker tone colorway of the shoe. You know, especially since this time of the year too, you don't really want to rock too much neon in winter. You know, it doesn't really flow too well as far as like fits are concerned. But those are dropping in November. And we're also supposedly going to get the 700 V2s in that all white grayish colorway in December. I don't expect them to drop into December, to be honest, because there's just so many shoes in December. Maybe look for those maybe to be pushed back into January 2019. But, I mean, that's all we've seen is these sneakers on Kanye. Kanye has been posting all his pics, he's been wearing these shoes. As far as, like, too, his paparazzi that catches him, he's wearing these. These are sick. These are different. I like how they're keeping the 700 sole. I love the 700 sole. I think it's very different. It's unique. It's got that chunky vibe, but they're super comfortable. And he just changed up the upper a little bit. He's added way more 3M on this shoe, like the waves, and then on the toe box there's some 3M too. It looks sick. This is such a sick shoe, and I like how it's all white and gray. You know what I mean? I would love the 700s to come in like all white color, you know, so you can kind of break it up. You can be able to more, you know, put better fits together and style it more. You know, not have like such a standout silhouette shoe like, you know, the original Wave Runner color. But these are it, man. These are it. These are sick, and I want more colorways in these. And, you know, I can't wait to cop these. I can't wait to get these.